Hi everybody. So for those that are new to my channel, welcome to that away day spirit. It's all about seeing what the grounds are like, seeing what could be done before and after the games. Thanks to everybody that watched my long critique video. Today is my second video and it's going to be from Forthbank Stadium in Stirling. That's me in Stirling. So you've got your railway station just behind me there. Just along this way, you've got the bus station. So yeah, the railway station and the bus station are only a couple of minutes apart. So what's there to do in Stirling? Well, absolutely loads. Loads of things to do in Stirling. So the ground itself, that's over that bridge there. That crosses the railway track. So you cross over that bridge to get to the ground. It's about a 23-minute walk. So things to do in Stirling, yeah, you walk about 10 minutes up to the top of the town. You got the castle and you got the old town jail. And if you take a short bus journey, maybe about 5-10 minutes, you got the William Wallace Monument. I'm going to be going to the Smith Art Gallery and Museum, which is free. That's maybe about a 10-minute walk from the railway station. So let's head on up there. So that's me got to the Smith Art Gallery and Museum. So when I say it's about a 10-minute walk, I'd say that's my pace, anywhere between 10 minutes and 20 minutes. But if you can't be bothered walking, there's a park and ride bus that comes here, the bus P2 from the bus station. £1.50 flat fare, and also if you're going to Forthbank, there's the park and ride bus P1 that goes from the bus station as well. Also stops opposite the railway station. £1.50 flat fee, which is ideal if you don't want to do the 20-minute walk. Used to be free actually, but that recently stopped. But it's a decent wee service. Yeah, so the museum here. It was built to the artist Thomas Stuart Smith in 1874. He died 5 years previously. So you go in, it's like a cafe in that, loads of mad paintings that are for sale, like big splashes of oil that cost £1,800 to buy. Why people pay £1,800 for splashes of oil, I don't know. Each to their own. But yeah, anyway, you go in, you go through that, and there's an art gallery. A lot of the paintings are by Thomas Smith himself, but a lot of the other paintings are by other artists. Pretty decent, but when you go to the very back, that's the best bit. It's an actual really good museum. Stuff about the Battle of Bannockburn, Battle of Stirling Bridge, Jacobites, stuff about certain drinking jugs like pewter pots and that. Yeah, really good. But I would say obviously you got other things to do in Stirling as well, but I would say with this being free and being really close to the town centre, I'd highly recommend coming here. So that's me finished my visit to the Smith Art Gallery and Museum. Yeah, I didn't film in it, but I've taken good amount of pictures. Been there a few times before. It's that kind of place you always find something new in it, you know. But yeah, walking along to the ground now. Lovely church here. Allen Park South, Church of Scotland. Look at that. Lovely, isn't it? This is only a few minutes from the Smith Art Gallery. There's a decent pub up here called the City Walls. Not got time to go in, but I've been in before. I'm pretty sure it used to be a statue or something of outside here. Drop it in the comments if that was the case. That's part of the old defensive walls of the city. Decent pub in there. Yeah, pubs in Stirling. Loads. So near the railway station you got the Cold Beer Town, which is good for like the sport, playing pool, that kind of thing. Nearby there's a Molly Malone's, there's a Weatherspoons, there's a Brewdog. A wee bit further up, there's a couple of decent pubs as well. There's the Settle Inn, that's pretty good, that's really nice. And if you go up towards the castle, there's a really decent place next to it called the Portcullis, which is like a pub restaurant kind of thing. That's highly recommended as well. Oh yeah, and right next to Forthbank Stadium, there's a place called the Spring Curse. So it's like one of these kind of, it's like attached onto a hotel, so it's kind of like one of these sort of harvester. It's not actually a harvester, but it's kind of like one of these harvester style places. Good food. It's got icebreaker on tap, some decent beers and that. But the big selling point of that place, you've got a really good views of the Campsies, the Campsie Hills. And that's right next to Forthbank Stadium. I don't know what I'll end up doing after the game. I'll just see how I feel at the time. But yeah, going to get closer to the stadium now, and I'll give some information about the game that we're going to be watching today. William Wallace Monument. Absolutely lovely. So yeah, get down the steps here. So down on this side to the bridge here, there's actually a Premier Travel Inn and a View Cinema. The View Cinema, it's either a £5 or like £6 or something to go and watch a film. I think that's the case with like all the views. The only view that isn't that cheap, for whatever reason, is the one at St Enoch's, the newest in Glasgow. But yeah, also over here is like loads of like restaurants and that, which we'll see in a wee moment. My mum and dad, they actually meet in Stirling quite a lot, and I always say to them, if you come over this side of the bridge, there's loads of things to do here, like loads of great kind of places to eat and that. And then from here it's like about a 20-minute walk or something along to the ground. Also, by that Premier Travel Inn, there's a walkway along the River Forth that goes along towards Campus Kenneth Abbey. That's about 20-30 minutes, also a really good walk as well. There we are, Premier Travel Inn there, Nando's there, some place called Toast just next to the Nando's. That looks alright and all. So yeah, if you want to go and see a film before you go to a game, or go to a Nando's, you can do. Alright then, so hoping we're all enjoying the away day spirit so far. More to come when we get into the ground. So I've just done the half-hour walk, 30-35 minute walk through the Smith Park Gallery to Forthbank Stadium via the city centre. So yeah, I should really tell you about what game I'm going to today. So am I going to watch Stirling Albion? No, not going to watch them. Stirling Albion are away from home today against a team that should not be named. I'm going to watch Stirling University. I'll just film it very briefly. Thing about Forthbank Stadium, really good swimming pool right next to it, run by Active Peak. There's a ice rink in there as well. Been in that swimming pool a few times. Really good, highly recommend it. The game I'm going to today, Stirling University against Albion Rovers, Lowland League West, so that's tier number 5 in the Scottish football setup. So yeah, one division below League 2, highest non-league division here in Scotland. So yeah, let's get into Forthbank Stadium and jump into that away day spirit. There we are, made it to Forthbank Stadium, £8 entry, team's just coming out. Good amount of Albion Rovers fans, as you would expect, really well supported team. Just for anybody that doesn't follow Scottish football that well, Albion Rovers are in the yellow and red. £8 entry, quite cheap for a Lowland League game, but I suppose these universities have a lot of money, yeah. A lot of reserve stickers on the seats, but just ignoring them. And it's probably for Stirling Albion games, maybe when they played Hearts in the League Cup just over a month ago. Oh, changing ends. It's Albion Rovers. They got relegated down to the Lowland League a couple of years ago. Been to a couple of League 2 games at Clifton Hill in Coatbridge watching Albion Rovers. Stirling University, mainly just been languishing about the Lowland League. Decent team though. Far just a video kick-off. If you look at that view, you can see why Forthbank is a great place to come to, whether it be for Stirling Albion or Stirling Uni. Here we go. Let's see what happens. So we're about halfway through the first half here at Forthbank. To start with, a really open game. Not much happening in the middle of the park. It was all kind of end to end, good opportunities. It's kind of petered out a bit in the last 5 minutes. Look at that for a view, eh? I'm over in the Stirling Uni bit now. So as we're halfway through the first half, I thought I'd take this opportunity just to talk a bit about the ground. I've been here before, eh? So between those trees there, that Morrison says, that's Spring Kerse Retail Park. It's actually a Burger King in there, Halfords, Curry's, that kind of stuff. Tim Hortons and all. So decent amenities. I'll try and catch some decent action in this game if I can. So yeah, the pie stall doing the stair. It's run by a company called Food to Go. It's the same pie people that do the Stirling Albion games, but £3 to £4 a pie, sausage roll, whatever. £2.50 a hot or cold drink. Here we go. Oh, save. Yeah, game's been mostly decent. Ground's alright. Views are absolutely cracking. Halfway through the first half, enjoying it so far. About 35 minutes of the game now. Still 1-0 Stirling Uni. They have been better the last 5-10 minutes or so, to be fair. So just going to film a bit of the game, talk a bit more about the ground. The pitch looks alright, I reckon. I mean, I've seen better, but it's alright. Weather the day's awful. When I was in the middle of Stirling earlier, it was actually quite bright. It was alright. I've come here, it's almost like Forthbank's got to climb it off its own or something. Oh, that was been a beauty. That would have been a beauty. Like, look at that view again, eh? So just for reference, Stirling Albion games, there is a hospitality kind of room just behind us. Previous games I've been to, sometimes it's just been purely for folk that have paid for it. Sometimes it's been an open bar for anyone. I don't know what Stirling Uni do. The times it was an open bar for anyone, it was a case that someone came to your table and you ordered the drink and it was literally just a can of Tennent's or something. So generally wouldn't bother. I'll probably just go to the Spring Kerse next door. One thing I noticed that makes me laugh a wee bit, canoe boats in the corner over there. And over there's a skip. You don't see that in many football games, eh? But if you do, let me know in the comments, guys. Almost half time. Corner kick to Albion Rovers, so still 1-0 down. about this game? You always think there's going to be a goal, and there isn't one. That's half time. Going to go and have a wee canoe down the River Forth, which is just behind those the AstroTurf style football pitches there. Some Albion Rovers fans here. How you all doing? All right?
Aye.
Right, so tell us what you've been up to today. What did you do before the game?
Just went before the game.
Aye.
Train into Queen Street to Stirling Station, then just walked over.
Aye, and I was saying to the viewers that it is a decent Weatherspoons in Perth, the Cross Peels.
Aye, brilliant.
It's alright.
Aye, so you get to train up, went to Weatherspoons 2 times, got breakfast in Glasgow, so...
Aye. You were doing a similar kind of thing after the game, Cross Peels or something different, or...?
Aye, probably a pub near the station, but...
Aye,
after, regardless of the result,
the cold beer town, which is also known as Morrison's, the folk that are local to here. Aye, that's alright, that's pretty decent. That's got pool tables. No art galleries or anything like that, no? So, what do you think of Forthbank?
I've been here 3-4 times. It's alright, I'd like to get a better result, but...
I've been here a lot of times since I was young.
It's alright, not bad.
Stirling's alright for an away day all round, isn't
Stirling,
it? I mean, you guys are in the Lowland League. There's a few grounds in the Lowland League, isn't it that good, Ken?
I know.
But my one complaint would be it's a wee bit far out of town, but
Aye.
I've been coming here to games since I was really young, so
Aye.
I'm used to it, and it's a nice wee ground, lovely view of the hills.
Oh,
there,
aye.
so-
There's a park and ride bus that goes across the road for the train station, the P1. It comes straight here. Right, so Clifton Hill. Tell me all about it. What did you make of it?
It's a good old school ground.
Aye.
It's a Coke Bridge San Siro,
Aye.
fans would call it.
So you guys ever out of Owens then?
Yeah.
Or the Vilken?
Usually we somewhere down
I like the Owens myself.
Aye. So what do you do? What do you normally do before you go to Clifton Hill and after?
Well, we normally go to the old post office, which is on the main street.
Oh,
There's
right.
Andrew's Bar, which is Sunnyside Road, a wee bit further around. But pubs around Coke Bridge we go to. Oaks tends to be, I suppose, the pub that away fans would go to.
Oh, is it?
Clifton Hill.
Right.
Aye, but
Right.
it's not a good pub in its own right, you know.
So I've kept you for a couple of minutes. So one final question. Going forward, what's the future like for Albion Rovers?
I think that probably describes it, but
Aye.
I think we hope for the best. We'll see where we are in future, but I think we'll be stuck in the Lowland League for a long time. We might as well enjoy going to various places. The league is also going to be split in the east and west next year. A wee exploration to places in Ayrshire we've never been, from our junior clubs like Loch and Weck. So a wee bit of novelty for a few years till it wears off, I suppose.
Hopefully we get a wee result against Camerlin next week. That's Scottish Cup.
Oh yeah.
Aye, Scottish Cup anyway. So.
Yeah. And if you want something good to do before that game, go to the Falkirk Wheel. That's only about a half-hour walk or something like that.
Right, aye.
If it takes your fancy, or if it takes my, if any of my viewers are into that, if you go to Camelon Albion Rovers, take in the Falkirk Wheel before the game. But yeah, anyway, thanks very much, guys. I hope you enjoy doing whatever you end up doing at the end of the game. Aye, cheers.
Thank you.
That's 2-0 Stirling Uni. What time is it? We're in the second half, probably about maybe 5-10 minutes into the second half. Aye, Stirling Uni are dominating things a wee bit. That split I was talking about, Lowland League East and Lowland League West, it starts next season. I had a feeling if for some reason I had in my head it'll start in this season. It's actually next season. Yeah, game's going alright, 2-0 Stirling Uni. Right, we're about halfway through the second half. Albion Rovers just missed a sitter. Carrot running in on goal, 1-on-1, goes over the bar. Just having a wee bit, I think. Just having a bit, I think. No team that has got relegated to League 2 down to whether it be the Lowland League or the Highland League has done alright in the Lowland League or the Highland League. They've all really struggled. I mean, it's interesting that. I mean, I know this video is all meant to be about like having a football day out in the city of Stirling. I'm going to get a wee bit, going to kind of go into kind of Scottish football politics a wee bit. We'll call this the Politics Corner, just whilst we watch the action. If you still like it, skip. Just skip the next couple of minutes. Here we go. So, there's two things that can be done by the SFA, well, the organisers of the Lowland League, to help clubs like Albion Rovers, right? Start of the season, folk might go along, right? They've got the whole issue with like being close to Glasgow, so they got loads of Celtic and Rangers fans, that kind of thing. Start of the season, some people might come along, right? In the middle of the season, a lot of people will no go because of the weather. We need summer football in Scotland, right? We're at the end of September. September the 20th today, right? And the weather's just garbage. It's cold. Scottish winter's just starting, and it's going to get worse. This winter football situation isn't helping clubs like Albion Rovers and clubs in the Lowland League that have it hard already. If we had a summer football season, there'll be more people going to the games, and it'll help clubs out massively. We are the only country in the north of the world, up in the top part of the world, that have a winter football season. So, get to the end of the season, right? What's causing clubs like Albion Rovers problems at the end of the season with bringing in crowds? It's this situation where only one team goes up for the Lowland League, or one team, in other words, has the possibility of going up through the playoffs. Now, the issue with this, right, and it's the same dude at the bottom. I think it's like only one team have the possibility of going down or something like that. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But this causes an issue with dead games where there's nothing to play for. I think there's like 16 teams in the Lowland League. Only one go up, one can maybe go up, one can maybe go down. There's all these dead games. Why would people want to go to games like that? I mean, they probably won't. And I mean, what about the players? Are the players going to be feeling it? Are the players going to be like, the players going to be up for it going into the end of the season if they're like in the middle of the table? Probably not. So, I mean, we do have to start asking the question, is it the case that in the Lowland League and the Highland League, and I suppose in all leagues, even the leagues below that, we need to have some sort of playoff system where more teams have the possibility of going up and more teams will have the possibility of going down, just to make it more competitive, you know? So having said all that, what I would say, if you stay in the general Coatbridge area, get along and watch Albion Rovers. I mean, they need all the help they can get. Yeah, this game, I don't know, it's petering out a wee bit. But yeah, get along and help Albion Rovers if you can, if you stay down the general Coatbridge area. And we'll get back into banging on about Stirling once this game's over. Albion Rovers have pulled one back. Kind of glad actually, because the game felt like it was petering out. It's going to come back to life now. So 2-1 Stirling Uni. How long's there to go? I'd say it's probably about 15 minutes to go. So yeah, 2-1 Stirling Uni. Let's see what happens. That's a tackle. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. I thought he disappeared. See, they didn't have to time waste. They got a third goal. Fair play to the Uni boys. And of course, Rovers fans are raging. I mean, I don't blame them. See, I'm an Edinburgh City fan. Just to think this could be us next season. Rovers are still going for it. Right, what are we on now? We're on 39 minutes past here, talking about probably 82, 83 minutes down, I reckon. Aye, a drum's appeared in the Stirling Uni section. What's going on? The freshers just arrived or something? Oh, another goal! What I'd say about Albion Rovers is they look like they can score. There's been a number of times it looks like they can score, but defensively, yeah. Yeah, Sandy Clark, defensively. So that's, 4-1 Stirling Uni. Right, they're off to Weatherspoons. I think I'll probably head up that way, I know. Yeah, so I've come up to the other end to fill them a wee bit towards the end. Stirling Uni had two other decent chances, like. You can hear the drums up here, I know. Alright. Was he going to do any more filming after that fourth Stirling Uni goal went in? But thought I'd come over here and just see them all celebrating, you know. Look at that. They're all absolutely elated. Yeah, we're at tail end of the game now. Stoppage time. 4-1 Stirling Uni. Could have been 5, could have been 6. Then again, throughout the game, Albion Rovers had a couple of chances and all. Adds to the 1 goal they did get. Really just filming now for the full time with them. Look at that view, eh? There we are, that's that. All done. Not bad for 8 quid. Decent view, bit of chanting for the Albion Rovers fans, drums to the Stirling Uni, Stirling Albion fans. Most of the game was actually quite good. There's parts of it was a bit on the boring side, it was petering out, but most of it was quite good actually. Could have been, I mean, score wise, it could have been something like 10-4 at Stirling Uni. There was a lot of chances, a lot of the finishing isn't that great in this game. I don't know if that's the case for the whole of the Lowland League, you know. I mean, I don't watch the Lowland League that often. Yeah, that's that. So, head back into Stirling and see what's what. These Rovers fans doing their clapping their players off. Right, so it's after the game. So what to do now? Just walking up to the top of the city to show a nice wee kind of graveyard next to the castle, which is quite good. That there's the Stirling Highland Hotel. Or is it? Actually, no. I don't know what that is. That's the Stirling Highland Hotel. One of the kind of fanciest hotels in the city. So yeah, as you're walking along from Forthbank Stadium back into the city centre, you get a really good view of the skyline of Stirling. All the kind of buildings and that. It's absolutely lashing it down on the walk. Still raining a wee bit now, but not as heavy. But yeah, like the top part of the city of Stirling, generally just quite that nice to kind of walk around in, if that's what you want to do after a game. Just came across this lovely wee kind of, I don't know, how would I describe it? Like a street of houses just at the back of the old town jail. It's really kind of traditional. There's a wee courtyard. And a wee grassy bit up there for playing football. Almost looks like it could be council housing. Every city has that though. They always have this bit in the city centre or near the city centre where it's just like the most amazing council housing where you just be so lucky to get it. Like Holyrood in Edinburgh and in Glasgow. There. In Glasgow, kind of where the BBC Scotland studios are. There's the old town jail there. Been in it before, it's alright. Bit on the pricey side, I think it's about like 14 quid or something. But I mean, that's what's so good about Stirling, eh? It's like so many good tourist attractions in the city. The old town jail up here. There. That's where you get your tickets. Then you walk up here to the actual tourist attraction, open today. This is just next to the castle, which I've been to once before as well. Yeah, it's alright. There's the old Stirling jail, the building there. Sorry, I'm just putting this selfie stick out a bit. Make myself look like the most obvious tourist ever. Hope I don't get my bag snatched. That's the Old Town Jail, folks. Admiring it one more time. It's such a lovely building just for the outside, isn't it? I highly recommend it. It's on. I mean, it's on the pricey side. But if you want to do that rather than Smith Art Gallery earlier, yeah, I mean, recommend it. You know what I mean? That building there with the steeple there, that's now kind of like one of these sort of cultural hub kind of places. They have gigs in there. I was going to see Abstract playing in there a while back actually. But you get gigs in the tall booth. Generally alright. Yes, this is the Church of Holyrood, just next to the castle. Like when I was doing that walk through the Forthbank Stadium back along to the railway station, this is very much one of the buildings that sticks out on the top of Stirling skyline. Absolutely brilliant. If I remember rightly, we walk into the graveyard here. So yeah, relatively knowledgeable of Stirling, but I mean, it's not perfect. There's music going on. Just try to figure out what the music is. Hi there. Right, what's it say? I've come across this building before. Hospital was erected largely provided by John Cowain. I know there's a Cowcain Centre in Stirling, but that's not got a C in between the W and A, that's just Cowain. 1639. Listen, if any of you guys watching this want to know what all that's about, I've got Wikipedia there, eh? You can even change your entry if you want to. But yeah, this is the main graveyard in Stirling at the top of the city. And you get some good views up here. There's a castle up there. And that's it. If you do want to do this after a game, you can go at the Sprinklers next to the ground, get great views of the Ockles. Go to one of the boozers in the centre of Stirling, eh? Brewdog, Wetherspoons, Molly's, whatever. Right, there's a wee bit up the top there, which is what I want to show you. Just going to pause this video for a little moment in case the people up there start flipping out. There we are. This is the very top part of the graveyard. To try and do some filming here without annoying folk. So hills along there. There's the graveyard. The castle. Some Masonic thing. wee bench, wee kind of glass house thing, wee marble statues in it. I've heard that place is meant to be alright. Pretty sure someone told me about that before. I don't know if it's like seafood or something, but so earlier in the video I mentioned this wee place here, the Portcullis. Really decent in there. And these wee steps just next to it, that takes you up to the esplanade of the castle. So we'll have a wee look at that. Thing about the Portcullis, the bar area, the indoor area is really just for people that are eating, restaurant kind of thing. But the garden, pretty decent. You could just have a drink in there, eh? Just be wary of that if you ever do go to the Portcullis. There's the castle, esplanade. Of course, goes without saying, you might not be able to get in after a game at Forthbank. Go in here. Before a game, you know, if you want to do one of Scotland's best tourist attractions, there you have it. And yet again, cracking views. Walk over here, see what's what. Right, I'll show you the garden of the Portcullis. Oh, actually, you can look, I never noticed that before. You can check it out up here. You can peep down on them. I never noticed this before. Actually have to walk in to see the garden. Yeah, this is a Portcullis. Really decent. I mean, the weather's not that great today, but decent for the garden. It's actually really nice, very oldie woldy in there, you know. Very oldie woldy. So I'm at the bottom of Broad Street. If you're at the bottom of Broad Street, guys, I highly recommend going into this newsagent here. Yeah, it's great. Does everything. Does like filled rolls for like £1.50. Crisps. Cadbury's cream eggs, you know, all the usual. As we head down this street here, to the left, St Mary's Wynd. This takes us down to a pretty decent pub. That mentioned earlier, the Settle Inn. So I'm just going to kind of show you that. I'll probably just stop filming. That'll be that, and I'll do an outro back home. I'll get this uploaded. Hope you're enjoying it. Got another couple of videos lined up. Look at the view. But I suppose that's the thing about Stirling, so even if you do a while light, If you're not coming for football, I mean, just come here, you know what I mean? Just for the sake of it, just for a day out. Don't know how often people actually do that. It's only half an hour on the train to Glasgow. Edinburgh's about 40-50 minutes or something like that in the train. Coaches are quite quick as well, quite regular. But I mean, another kind of ruined building. Excuse me. Just waiting for this slow electric car to pass. No idea what this building is. Oh, right, okay. John Cowain's house. Yes, what is it? Cowain or Cowcain? Right, Stirling's wealthiest 17th century merchant owned this house, which is now a ruin. He was a ship owner, wine merchant and banker, Dean of the Merchant Guild, whatever that is. Stirling's commissioner to Scottish Parliament. In 1627, he travelled to London to represent Scottish interest to King Charles I. That's the one who got his head chopped off. His house was one of the largest in the town. It's now a ruin. Cowain's portrait statue stands over the door of Cowain's Hospital, which we just seen. The almshouse he founded. Right. Brilliant. Fascinating stuff. I'll get used to this. It's only my second video. Shoes will let us off. But yeah. And as you come down, absolute cracking little pub called the Settle Inn. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there for now in Stirling. I'll give a wee outro from the house and get all the photos uploaded on TikTok and that, And that was that. Yeah, it's just a few things to mention. It is Cowain in Stirling. Cowain Hospital, Cowain this, Cowain that. It's not Cowcain. I've always been saying Cowcain. Don't know if everyone does that. Yeah, it's at Ochil Hills, you can see from the ground as well. Not the Campsies. I said Campsies at one point. Campsies is north of Glasgow. The Ochils are north of Stirling. Parking at the ground seemed fine. Got the parking ride and then even parking right at the stand there seemed okay as well. I always think like Forthbank is perfect for clubs in League 1, League 2. Good kind of size stands either side. The pitch, not too big, not too small. Terracing behind the goals. Can be renovated. I always think, yeah, League 1, League 2 clubs, that's kind of stadium they should be aspiring towards. Yeah, the Lowland League, that actually splits into two next season in East and West. They were going to do it this season, but they delayed it for a year. Who knows why. Being at the game, a Lowland League game, it kind of felt to me like being in the Lowland League felt like a death sentence for Albion Rovers, and it shouldn't feel like that. I mean, if you look at England, right, you've got teams that were in the conference, the highest level in non-league football in England, that have bounced back and they've been absolutely fine. Like clubs like Stockport, Carlisle, Oxford, Wrexham, Bristol Rovers. In Scotland, it feels like a death sentence for clubs. I mean, like Albion Rovers could win that league, right? But to expect a team to win a league with 18 teams in it to have a possibility of going up, I mean, that's really making things so much harder for them than it already is, you know? I mean, give these teams a chance. If anyone lives near a club that are in the Lowland League, an aspiring Lowland League club, support them in any way you can. Whether that be through like funding, going to the games, putting pressure on the SFA, whatever. That's just my take on it, because it shouldn't feel like a death sentence. Yeah, when I was filming that video, I had a cold. Yeah, if anyone caught it, sorry. Yeah. So if you can like and subscribe, guys, that'll be grand, because it doesn't just help me, but it helps the information go out to other people that might benefit from it. Yeah, that's me pretty much covered everything. So yeah, until I film the next one, guys, thanks very much, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Cheers, guys.